Hello everyone, in this lecture the topic difference between defining clause and non-defining is going to be explained in detail, but if you are new to my channel then subscribe the channel and like the video. Let's first learn a defining clause. A defining clause is a clause that is essential to the meaning of the main clause. It defines or identifies the noun it modifies. What does it mean? Simply, it means that a defining clause is that kind of clause which modifies a noun or pronoun. But, if you want to identify it in a sentence, then, keep in mind these characteristics of the defining clause. The first one is, it modifies a noun or pronoun. You need to remember that it is the main function of defining clause that it will modify a noun or a pronoun in a sentence. Basically, I will give examples but just learn its characteristics. The second point is, it is essential to a sentence. By this point, it means that it will provide information about a noun or pronoun and that information must be essential to that noun or pronoun. Simply, you can say, it cannot be removed from a sentence. It is not set off with commas. By this point, I mean that a defining clause would be a group of words and this group of words will not be separated with commas. Basically, you just keep these points in your mind and look at these examples. The boy who is always there for me is my best friend. Look at this example. The group of words, who is always there for me, is a defining clause. But, the question is how? Just recall the points, which I have mentioned. The first point was that a defining clause would modify a noun or pronoun. So, in this case, this group of words modifies the noun phrase, the boy. Basically, this group of words tells us about the boy that is going to be my best friend. The next point was that it would be essential to the meaning of the sentence. Actually, if we put aside this group of words then it disturbs the whole sentence. Just observe it, without a defining clause. The boy is my best friend. You can see, we don't know that who is my best friend. So, you can see, without this group of words, it does not make a clear sense. The next example is, the man who is wearing the red hat is my father. Look at this example, the group of words, who is wearing the red hat, is a defining clause. Basically, this group of words modifies the noun phrase, the man, and the next point is, it is essential to the meaning of this sentence. And, if we put aside this group of words then it disturbs the whole meaning of this sentence. Just look at this sentence, without this defining clause. The man is my father. You can see, we don't know that who is my father. So, to some extent, it makes the sentence ambiguous. The house that is for sale is on Main Street. Observe this example, the group of words, that is for sale, is basically a defining clause. The reason is because it modifies the noun phrase, the house. Actually, it tells us that about the house which is for sale. And the second point is, this group of words is essential to the meaning of this sentence. If you put aside it then it will disturb the sentence. While on the other hand, a non-defining clause can be defined as, a non-defining clause is a type of subordinate clause that provides additional information about a noun or pronoun, but is not essential for understanding the meaning of the sentence. What does it mean? Simply, it means that it also like a defining clause but to some extent it is different. You can identify non-defining clause by these characteristics. It modifies a noun or pronoun. By this point, I mean that it also modifies a noun or pronoun like a defining clause. But, it is to some extent different. It provides additional information. By this point, it is meant that non-defining clause will provide additional information about the noun or pronoun which it modifies. But, when you put aside this information from a sentence, then a sentence will not be disturbed. It is always set off with commas. This is also one of the main points, that a non-defining clause will always be separated with commas. Just look at these examples. My sister, who is a doctor, lives in New York. Look at this sentence. The group of words, who is a doctor, is non-defining clause. But how? Simply, the first point is, it modifies a noun phrase, my sister. The next point is, it is additional information, because if you put aside this clause from this sentence, so it will not affect the sentence meaning. Like, my sister lives in New York. And the last point is, this group of words are separated with commas. So, you can see, all the characteristics are available, so that is why it is a non-defining clause. The next example is, Smith, who is my friend, needs help. Observe this one, the group of words, who is my friend, is non-defining clause. Because, it describes the noun, Smith, and it adds additional information. And, it is also separated with commas. Anila, who is 12 years old, goes to school. Observe this last example, the group of words, who is 12 years old, is non-defining clause. Actually, it also describes the noun, Anila, and it provides additional information. Simply, you can say, all the characteristics are existed in this group of words, so it is non-defining clause. Well, if you have enjoyed this lecture, then please don't forget like and subscription to the channel. Thank you.